Atlantis, Greek mythology. Atlantis is the legendary island that sank into the ocean after a catastrophic event, often depicted as an advanced civilization destroyed by its own arrogance. The story originates from the works of the Greek philosopher Plato, who described Atlantis as a mighty empire that fell due to its moral decay and the gods' wrath. Rich in knowledge, art, and technological prowess, Atlantis symbolized both the peak of human achievement and the dangers of hubris. Its exact location has been a topic of debate for centuries, with theories placing it in the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, and beyond. The allure of Atlantis endures, captivating explorers, scholars, and storytellers alike as they speculate about its truth and legacy. Whether a parable, a misinterpreted historical event, or a creation of pure imagination, Atlantis continues to fascinate as a cautionary tale of ambition, unbridled by humility and respect for the divine. Avalon, Arthurian legend. Avalon, the mystical island shrouded in mist, is best known in Arthurian legend as the place where the sword Excalibur was forged. It is also the sanctuary to which King Arthur was taken after his final battle, to heal from his mortal wounds. According to legend, Avalon is a land of eternal summer, lush with orchards and unparalleled beauty. It represents not just a geographical place, but a realm of enchantment and healing. The island symbolizes hope and the promise of return. As it is said, Arthur will one day rise again from Avalon when his people need him most. The imagery of Avalon evokes a paradise untouched by the flaws of humanity, a testament to the ideal of a perfect, chivalrous society. Stories tell of powerful sorceresses like Morgan Le Fay inhabiting Avalon, deepening its mystique as both a haven and a source of otherworldly magic woven into the destiny of Arthur and his knights. Asgard, Norse mythology. Asgard is the glorious realm of the Aesir gods, including Odin, Thor, and Loki, at the center of Norse cosmology. Perched high above the mortal world, Asgard is connected to Earth, Midgard, by the Bifrost, a shimmering rainbow bridge guarded by Heimdall. Asgard itself is often depicted as a magnificent city of towering halls and golden palaces, chief among them Valhalla, where Odin welcomes warriors who have fallen bravely in battle. The gods of Asgard, powerful yet susceptible to human-like flaws, engage in epic tales that explore themes of honor, betrayal, and destiny. These stories, immortalized in the Poetic Edda and Prose Edda, depict Asgard as a realm poised between peace and conflict, anticipating the prophesied cataclysm of Ragnarok. It stands as a testament to a society that mirrors human valor and vulnerability, underpinned by an inevitable fate that even the gods cannot escape. Shambhala, Tibetan and Hindu mythology. Shambhala is a hidden kingdom believed to be nestled somewhere deep in the Himalayas, where only those pure of heart can find it. In Tibetan Buddhism, Shambhala is described as a place of unparalleled wisdom and peace, a beacon of enlightenment shielded from the chaos of the outer world. The prophecies surrounding Shambhala speak of a future age when the world falls into deep turmoil, and a great king will emerge to lead a final battle between good and evil, restoring balance. This kingdom symbolizes a spiritual journey toward enlightenment, guiding those who seek inner peace and truth. In Hindu traditions, similar themes of an idyllic land resonate, portraying Shambhala as a utopia where time stands still, awaiting only the virtuous. The legends inspire not just hope, but the pursuit of self-awareness, suggesting that Shambhala might be found within one's soul rather than on any map. El Dorado, South American legend. El Dorado is the fabled city of gold that sparked the imagination and greed of countless explorers throughout the centuries. Born from stories told by indigenous South American tribes, El Dorado was initially associated with a ritual where a chief, covered in gold dust, would dive into Lake Guatavita as an offering. The tale evolved into a myth of an entire city overflowing with riches, hidden deep within the jungle. Spanish conquistadors, driven by the promise of untold wealth, embarked on perilous expeditions to find this golden paradise, but met only with hardship and failure. El Dorado symbolizes both the allure of wealth and the price of obsession, as the relentless pursuit led to tragic consequences for both explorers and the indigenous peoples they encountered. While the literal city was never found, El Dorado's myth remains a powerful reminder of humanity's endless quest for fortune and the elusive nature of paradise. Mount Olympus, Greek mythology. Mount Olympus, rising high above the clouds, is the divine realm from which the Olympian gods ruled over humanity. Home to Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, and other major deities, Olympus was considered the seat of power and the epitome of divine authority. Greek mythology often portrays the gods residing there in splendor, feasting and scheming, while overseeing the mortal world. Unlike the unreachable heavens of other mythologies, Mount Olympus was both a mystical and tangible part of the Greek landscape, embodying the closeness of gods to humans. Stories speak of Olympus not just as a place of serenity, but as a theatre for conflicts and drama, reflective of the gods' tempestuous relationships. This realm signifies power and divine influence, but also serves as a backdrop for tales that explore themes of jealousy, love, and betrayal. Mount Olympus reminds us of the gods' dual role as both protectors and challengers of humankind's fate. Tir na Nog, Irish mythology. Tir na Nog, known as the Land of Eternal Youth, is a realm of beauty and everlasting happiness. In Irish mythology, it is said to be reached by a journey across the sea or through a magical portal, with tales often involving heroes like Oisin, who fell in love with Niamh, a fairy from Tir na Nog. Life in this mystical land is free from pain, aging, and death, embodying the ultimate paradise for warriors and lovers alike. However, stories caution that time moves differently in Tir na Nog. What feels like days or years there can translate to centuries in the mortal world. This land represents both an alluring dream and a warning of the consequences of leaving one's world behind. Tir na Nog serves as a testament to the human yearning for peace and happiness, but reminds us of the sacrifices and irreversible changes that may come with fulfilling such desires. Valhalla, Norse mythology. Valhalla is the grand hall of fallen warriors, presided over by Odin in the realm of Asgard. Those who die heroically in battle are escorted there by Valkyries, fierce warrior maidens who choose the bravest souls. In Valhalla, the warriors, known as Einherjar, prepare for Ragnarok, the final battle where they will fight alongside the gods against the giants. The hall is described as magnificent, with a roof made of golden shields and spears, resounding with the echoes of feasting and combat. Valhalla symbolizes honor and the warrior's ultimate reward, an afterlife where they continue to train and celebrate until the world's end. It embodies the Norse values of bravery, loyalty, and camaraderie, serving as a reminder that life's greatest glory is to face death without fear. Yet Valhalla is also marked by the shadow of fate, as even its revelry prepares for an inevitable doom. Lyonesse, Arthurian legend. Lyonesse is a mythical sunken kingdom that, like Atlantis, was said to have been swallowed by the sea. Located off the coast of Cornwall, Lyonesse is most often associated with the legend of Tristan and Isolde, lovers whose story unfolds amid romance and tragedy. Ancient tales depict Lyonesse as a land of lush forests, grand castles and flourishing communities, until its sudden, mysterious disappearance. The cataclysm that drowned Lyonesse left behind whispers of church bells said to toll from beneath the waves, haunting sailors with the memory of a lost world. The legend serves as both a romantic and tragic narrative of a civilization destroyed by either nature or divine punishment. Lyonesse captures the imagination with its theme of loss and the haunting idea of what once was. It represents the delicate balance between prosperity and catastrophe, and remains a poignant reminder of the unpredictability of fate. Hyperborea, Greek mythology. Hyperborea is described as a distant, idyllic land far to the north where the sun never sets, and its people live in eternal spring, free from disease, old age, and conflict. In Greek mythology, Hyperborea was considered a place blessed by the god Apollo, who visited it each year. Its inhabitants were said to be peaceful, wise, and deeply in harmony with their surroundings, living lives of unimaginable joy and contentment. Hyperborea served as a symbol of perfection and an untouched utopia, inspiring poets and philosophers as a metaphor for an unreachable ideal. The land was mentioned in works by Herodotus and Pindar, adding layers of mystique. Hyperborea evokes an image of an Edenic paradise that reflects humanity's eternal longing for a world beyond suffering and strife, suggesting that somewhere far from civilization, a realm of peace might await those who are pure of heart. Agartha, occult and mystical traditions. Agartha is a legendary kingdom said to lie beneath the earth's surface, shrouded in mystery and often associated with the concept of hollow earth. Believed to be inhabited by advanced beings possessing great wisdom and knowledge, Agartha is described in some traditions as a place where spiritual and technological achievements coexist in harmony. Myths tell of secret entrances scattered around the globe, leading into this hidden realm, guarded by ancient forces. Agartha symbolizes an inner world untouched by time, representing the unknown and humanity's endless pursuit of hidden truths. It is said that Agartha holds secrets to spiritual enlightenment and powers far beyond human understanding, serving as a beacon for explorers of the mystical. While many regard the tales of Agartha as legend or allegory, the story captivates with its blend of adventure, the supernatural, and the quest for deeper truths hidden beneath the ordinary. Camelot, Arthurian legend. Camelot, the legendary kingdom of King Arthur, is celebrated as a bastion of chivalry, justice, and nobility. At the heart of Camelot was the Round Table, where Arthur's knights gathered as equals to embark on quests and uphold the code of honour. The kingdom was a place of prosperity, renowned for its splendid castle, lush landscapes, and the wise leadership of King Arthur. Camelot's stories intertwine feats of bravery, magical elements, and deep bonds of friendship. It embodies the ideal of a perfect society, where valour and righteousness thrive, yet it is not without its shadows. Betrayal, forbidden love, and political strife contribute to its eventual downfall, symbolizing the fragility of even the most noble ambitions. The legend of Camelot invites reflection on the ideals of leadership and loyalty, offering a timeless narrative of hope, heroism, and the cost of human failings amidst greatness. The Elysian Fields, Greek mythology. The Elysian Fields, or Elysium, is the final resting place for souls deemed virtuous and heroic in Greek mythology. Unlike the shadowy realm of Hades where most souls reside, the Elysian Fields are a place of perpetual bliss and radiant beauty. Here the air is fragrant, the meadows are lush, and the spirits enjoy a peaceful afterlife filled with song and dance. Access to Elysium was reserved for those who led exemplary lives or were favoured by the gods, making it the ultimate reward. Homer, Pindar, and later poets described Elysium as an eternal spring, a paradise untouched by suffering or toil. It served as an allegory for a life well lived and the hope for eternal happiness beyond death. The concept of the Elysian Fields embodies not only a vision of an idyllic afterlife, but also a moral framework that celebrates virtues, courage, and heroism as pathways to immortality. Lemuria, occult tradition. Lemuria is a mythical lost continent said to have existed in the Indian or Pacific Ocean. Described in occult traditions as an advanced civilization with a deep connection to spirituality and wisdom, Lemuria was believed to have thrived long before recorded history. Its people were said to be peaceful and possess profound understanding of nature and cosmic forces, living in harmony with their environment. Like Atlantis, Lemuria is said to have met a tragic end, disappearing due to a cataclysmic event. Theories about Lemuria often intertwine with esoteric teachings and pseudoscientific ideas, suggesting it was a cradle of ancient knowledge that seeded later civilizations. The story of Lemuria symbolizes the theme of lost wisdom and the idea that humanity's origins might be rooted in forgotten epochs of great enlightenment. For many, Lemuria remains a symbol of what the world might have been, a utopia eclipsed by time and tragedy. Kukulkan's realm, Maya mythology. Kukulkan's realm, tied to the feathered serpent god of the Maya, is depicted as a paradise reserved for the faithful and the righteous. Known as the god of wind, rain, and storms, Kukulkan was revered for his wisdom and power, playing a pivotal role in Maya beliefs. His mythical domain was considered a celestial paradise where deities resided, and mortals who led virtuous lives might journey after death. The stories surrounding Kukulkan emphasize themes of devotion, balance, and the cyclical nature of life. His realm represents an intersection of the physical and divine, embodying an afterlife where souls find rest and enlightenment. The pyramids of Chichen Itza and other sacred sites echo these legends, connecting the tangible world to the celestial realms. Kukulkan's realm is a testament to the reverence ancient civilizations had for their gods, seeing them not just as distant figures, but as forces intertwined with existence itself. Alfheim, Norse mythology. Alfheim, one of the 9 realms in Norse mythology, is the mystical home of the Light Elves. Ruled by Freya, the god of fertility and peace, Alfheim is a place of ethereal beauty, bathed in perpetual light and known for its serene landscapes. The Light Elves, beings of radiant grace and wisdom, are said to inspire creativity, music, and art among humans. Unlike the somber realms such as Helheim or the tumultuous Midgard, Alfheim embodies joy and harmony. The realm's importance in mythology lies in its representation of the interplay between light, purity, and the divine, contrasting with the darker aspects of the Norse cosmos. It serves as a reminder of the balance between different realms and elements that shape existence. Alfheim's enchanting descriptions invite visions of peace and spiritual tranquility, embodying the hope that light and beauty persist, even within a universe governed by fate and conflict. The City of the Caesars, South American legend. The City of the Caesars, also known as the Wandering City, is a legendary city believed to be hidden in the Andes Mountains. According to Spanish colonial tales, this city was filled with unimaginable wealth and treasures, sparking the interest of countless explorers. Stories claim it was founded by survivors of Inca and Spanish conflicts, thriving in secrecy and safeguarded by mystical forces. The City of the Caesars became synonymous with the search for paradise on earth, a city that promised unimaginable riches but remained perpetually out of reach. Explorers who set out in search of this hidden city often disappeared or returned with wild tales and empty hands. This legend symbolizes the allure of hidden wealth and the dangers of greed, as well as the unknown expanses of uncharted lands. The city stands as a mysterious chapter in South American folklore, representing both the hope and peril inherent in mankind's ceaseless quest for discovery. Garden of Eden, Abrahamic religions. The Garden of Eden is the paradisiacal garden from which the first humans, Adam and Eve, were expelled after their disobedience. Depicted as a place of unmatched beauty and harmony, it was home to the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Eden symbolizes innocence, purity, and an ideal relationship with nature before the fall. In religious tradition, it is often seen as the ultimate utopia, lost due to human transgression. The expulsion from Eden marks the beginning of human struggle and the loss of divine favor, carrying themes of temptation, free will, and redemption. The garden's story resonates as a powerful allegory for the human condition, highlighting themes of choice, consequence, and the search for salvation. Eden remains a central symbol in theological teachings and cultural stories, representing the contrast between a perfect world and the flawed nature of humanity. The Isle of the Blessed, Greek mythology. The Isle of the Blessed is a paradisiacal realm where only the most virtuous and heroic souls are permitted after death. Similar to the Elysian fields, it is depicted as a place of eternal happiness, where time is suspended and suffering is absent. The island is said to be a reward granted by the gods to mortals who have shown exceptional bravery or virtue during their lives. Heroes of myth, having proven themselves worthy, would find eternal peace on this fabled island, basking in the golden light of their well-earned rest. The Isle of the Blessed symbolizes the ultimate divine recognition and serves as a reminder of the rewards awaiting those who live lives marked by courage and nobility. This island's imagery reinforces the moral standards upheld in Greek culture, where a life of virtue leads to an eternity of joy, contrasting the struggles and hardships of the mortal world. Svarga, Hindu mythology. Svarga, also known as Indraloka, is the celestial abode where the gods and virtuous souls reside in Hindu mythology. Ruled by Indra, the king of the gods, Svarga is described as a realm of unparalleled beauty, adorned with palaces of gold and gardens that never fade. Here, souls enjoy the fruits of their good deeds in life, partaking in divine pleasures and basking in a state of bliss. Svarga, however, is not a permanent afterlife like moksha, liberation, but a temporary paradise where souls eventually reincarnate based on their karma. This realm serves as a bridge between the earthly plane and the ultimate goal of reaching eternal liberation. Svarga embodies themes of reward, justice, and the cyclical nature of existence, illustrating the Hindu belief in karma and the moral order that governs life. It is both an inspiration and a reminder of the spiritual journey that every soul undertakes toward enlightenment,